Righto, and welcome to On Loose Lines, Thursday night edition, going solo at the minute. So please, anyone that is watching, please feel free to get involved in the conversation. Have a little bit of fun. I'll actually get my YouTube page up and going. Been a bit going on. Been reasonably busy with the nutrient sales, promoting those. So getting out to a few of the farms, and the hot weather may have caught up with me yesterday, and I just could not... couldn't get the job done. So I unfortunately had to change the dates and then had a bit of work commitments tonight. But please get involved. Same show, same fun. I want people to be able to get involved and get enjoyment in it. You can watch it on YouTube. Just try and update my YouTube page at the minute to get it to come up, and also Facebook. Just put some comments in there, and we will go from there. Big show. We've got Darren Reay going to come up in a little bit. And then we've also got Tim Doherty. Timmy will be on the phone very shortly once I get all this sorted out, which I just have. So, if you're watching on YouTube, there is one person on the YouTube account. Please feel free to get in touch with me. Bendigo Trots are on. The first is on at Bendigo. There is also, what's the name going on tonight? Sandown Greyhounds with Daniel Hibbard, and we'll try and keep across a few of those as well. Daniel can't join us, unfortunately, due to being calling them and a few other commitments going forward with that. So what I'm going to do now is good evening to both yourself, Tim White, and also Stuart Tanner, the gentleman who always join in. I'm sure Timmy White would have had a great week because he would have had the great Cam Bray tuned in there for him at some stage, or dropped into his house getting his yearlings ready as well. Well, we'll touch on that. The NZB sales going on as well. So plenty happening if you're looking out to buying a horse and that. And as I said, Bendigo Harness Racing on at the minute. Just trying to get in touch with Tim Doherty. Had everything sorted. And may have had one thing not quite right, but we will sort that one out.
Hello.
Timmy, you there, mate?
I sure am, Paul. How are you?
Very, very good, thank you. I've just got to get back to something. I had everything sorted, mate, and I had a great photo of yourself. And then I had Darren Ray's mug on it, so I had to make sure I fixed that one up because there would be a bit of confusion there.
No, won't.
Going on. It's quite interesting. Your photo behind you is a sign, and it says, "Wow, look at us now." I don't know if that's your sign, mate, or someone else's.
Got no idea.
I pinched it off Facebook, so that part I know where I got.
Okay.
I do know where I got it off. So you're very happy. So it must have been a nice race to have won, that's for sure. So
Absolutely.
Firstly, mate, thank you for joining me. There's a fair bit, or a little bit going on with Albury, but just a quick recap of the New Year's Eve meeting. It looked like a success from everything I've seen on the social media posts.
Yeah, it was. It was an amazing success. It probably, it lived up to our expectations. We were really hopeful of getting, a crowd of 5,000 there. That was our goal, and we thought it was an achievable goal, and we ticked just over 5,500 through the gates. And we actually stopped taking payment at about 9:45, and probably between the last race and midnight, there was probably another 1,000 coming off the streets just to come and watch the fireworks. So probably the first time I've seen people completely around the track, like it was a complete coliseum since the year 2000, I think. So it was pretty exciting.
Over the back straight as well.
Yeah. They were, 5 to 10 deep over the back straight. The whole track was, it was just surrounded with people, and we actually we ran out of parking on the showgrounds at about 9:45. That's when we sort of had to just let everyone in on foot because we couldn't park any more in. And it was a huge night. It was, an enormous amount of work went into it, especially by Paul Brown and Jade Clements. Like, they put a huge amount of work into the promotion and the PR side of things. And it's just, it was an amazing success and something that, as a club, we're very proud of.
I saw Sean McNulty might have made the trip up there. A couple of the other boys, Big Ben and that from Bendigo.
Yeah, yep. There was Colleen Boyington and Steve Boyington, Trev Muir and Jez. They came up from Shep. Brent Thompson was up from Shep with his family, and they, like Cole, well, my brother's horse actually won the second last race, and I think there ended up being close to 30 of us out on the track to have a photo, and Cole was just itching. She was itching to get in a photo all night, so Colleen come out with all my family, and she just thought it was awesome, and she's someone that, like from a racing admin side of things, that you always look up to, and when she gives your club a compliment, it's a really big pat on the back because she's someone that, you know, everyone in the industry looks up to.
Absolutely. She was the Volunteer of the Year for 2 years, and I've got to get the years right. So it must have been 20 and 21 due to COVID, so they didn't have it 1 year, and she was, and I don't think anyone begrudged her for that. And I'll just put something.
No.
I'll put something out there, and I'm not saying she should or shouldn't, but I know they're calling for nominations right now for the Pearl Kelly. Not saying
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not trying to influence people at all, but you could get a far worse recipient than Colleen Boyington, that's for sure. And she's got her Shep Cup on this week as well, so she'll be nervous. I know they're actually on that, Timmy. It's not what I've got you on here for, but they're actually looking for some staff there to help out with waiting and a few other things too. So.
And I'd be down there in a heartbeat, but we've actually got the Tamora Cup is this Saturday night, the Carnival of Cups, and that's where my in-laws are from, Reay and Jane Walker. So Hayley and I head back there every cup night to volunteer there. Otherwise, we'd be down giving Col a hand for sure.
Yeah, no, they are. I did see that the other day. I don't know if they've filled those spots yet, but they definitely were looking to. So, yeah. Right, Timmy, I've got to get on the right page here as well. Firstly, are you going to get in trouble from the other boys? They gave you a bit of a ribbon for, rocking up on loose lines at Wagga that time.
Oh, yeah, but you don't worry about anything Royce says. We've got plenty of dirt on Royce.
Yeah, he had a bit of fun. Michael House from New Zealand, he's joined in as well. Michael's big on the promotion. He would have loved what I saw at Albury, I think. Just before we get off that there with the committee and everyone, mate, before we promote what you guys have got coming up, hats off letting people on the track after the last race. They were some of the best photos I saw. You had the DJ inside the track, and it just looked terrific.
Oh, it did. And I actually don't think the video did justice to how it looked on the night. And that Steve Bowen, the DJ, the entertainer, he is just amazing. And between our last race, I think was 10 minutes to 11 around there, and that hour and 10 minutes until the fireworks, it felt like 5 minutes. He just had all the kids and adults, like plenty of adults out there, and it was just great scenes and something that I haven't seen for a very, very long time.
Nah, well done, mate, and I think well done to everyone there thinking outside of the square and getting involved. And look, we had a false take on the first interview. We wanted to do it into Dominion night, and that the boys didn't care. We just took another crack and away we went. So which was terrific. Now you guys. Okay, here's one for you. Michael House has said, "Isn't Albury out behind Black Stump? My blacksmith, comes from there."
Yeah, he does. Paul Howlett, and who is Michael House's blacksmith, and he was actually at the trots at Albury on New Year's Eve. He had a barbecue at my place a couple of nights beforehand.
Well, that'll bugger Michael up because he just said he can't find his way back. Is he still here in Australia?
I thought he must be in transit because I think I thought he'd left, but you never know with Paulie. He might be taking the long way back.
That's what Michael might be saying. He might be looking for him.
Yeah, he might need a few shoes put on.
On Loose Lines, this show, like I do other shows, this is the best name for this show because I tell you what, it gets random, and when you get guys like Michael House getting in there, and he hasn't seen him yet, it could go anywhere. We're now talking about a farrier that's gone missing from Albury to Christchurch or Canterbury, I think he is. But anyway, that's okay.
Hopefully he's been sighted since New Year's Eve, because I did sight him at the races and he had a few in him.
Rightio. Albury, back onto the front foot. Don't rest on your laurels. And you said there before about the Carnival of Cups, but you've got a huge promotion coming up for your own cup. And hats off to you guys, because it's going to now incorporate another meeting as well, with one terrific prize money, but also some good incentives to get people there. And I'm going to say people there, normally you'd be trying to target the Victorians, but I'm sure you're trying to target guys from New South Wales as well, mainly Wagga and those ways. Absolutely.
And well, you hope that your locals are, the ones who support us all year. Like I think someone like Dave Kennedy and Jack Painting, or Ellen Bartley and Blake Jones, they'd be a big chance if they wanted to rock up with a truck full of 2 weeks in a row to take out the bonus. But it's just something that, as a committee, we feel New Year's Eve sells itself. And I think probably, we had a committee meeting last night, and Jade, our Vice President, said that this Carnival of Cups meeting will probably sum up where we are at as a club. Like, we need it to really start to grow, and the Harness Racing New South Wales wants clubs to think a bit outside the square and get crowds involved a bit. So we need horses for that to happen. So we've decided to put on a $2,000 trainers bonus over the 2 weeks. So, if you're willing to come on the Friday with 5 or 6, you could have a pretty good head start on the horses that come the following week.
So it's over the 2 nights. There's no incentive to have people accumulate the points on the Friday the 3rd meeting. You weren't going to try and get them to go to both?
So we've got heats and finals. So we're hoping that people will come for the heats on the Friday. So they're an up to 48 and an up to 55. So those heats are of 9,800 with $12,500 finals.
Yep.
And then, it's pretty much a standard. It's still an A grade meeting on the first Friday, all races of, close to 9,800. And then that carries over. Whatever points are accrued on that day will carry over to our Carnival of Cups day, Carnival of Cups night, which will feature, a $20,000 cup, a $14,280 3-year-old classic, the two $12,500 finals, and we have the Trotters Cup worth $14,280 as well. So we're sort of hoping that the bigger stables, if they've got a nice 3-year-old, a nice pacer, a nice trotter, and some lower grade ones, they might fill up the truck. And a $2,000 bonus to a trainer in New South Wales is the equivalent of earning $40,000 in prize money. To get that 5% of $40,000, that they've got to win a $40,000 race to the winner to get their $2,000 of their own. So, we're hoping that a few trainers, might really target the money in their own pocket and come and have a spin around Albury.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'll put that back up on there. So your Friday night, every race is $9,792, which is an interesting number. But every race is of that, and then two of those races are heats and finals. So I imagine there'd be 2. So you're going to have. You've got the chance of having 10 races on that Friday the 3rd.
We are, because and with sufficient noms, we'd like to run consolations of both those races at the Carnival of Cups meeting the following week as well. That's on top
every
of horse
everything.
Every horse that goes round gets at least 1 point. So it's 4 points. 4 points for a win, 3 for second, 2 for third, and 4th back to last 1 point. So, people, they might think they can only win one race, but they may as well fill the truck up and collect a few points over the day and accrue towards that $2,000 bonus. It's just something that, historically we struggle for our Carnival of Cups meetings to get the number of horses. So it's just something that we'll try this year. And look, if it looks like it's going to work, we've got no qualms in raising that, over the coming years to make it a more substantial bonus as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And then you got like your $20,000 Pacing Cup, $15,000 Trotters Cup, and then those two $12,500 finals. And then, as you said there, the 3-year-old, just under $15,000 for that as well. It's a good program. It's a program to make a few Victorians probably jealous, I reckon, Timmy, when they see that prize money. So, every race on there is equivalent to $10,000 in stakes. And, the terrific part about what happens there is that money is what actually gets distributed. It's not, there's not leftovers. That money will actually get distributed. The points tally, I was just having a quick look then. So 4 points for a win, 3 for second, 2 for third, and then 1 point all the way back, which actually means you've got a great chance. If you miss out on the first night, you take a few, you've still got a great chance because you're going to get a point for every runner. So the more runners you take, the better your chance.
Well, I think maybe, I feel that to set the win for the bonus up, I think the important thing will be having a large amount of runners at that first Friday meeting. Like, we're hoping that someone might fill a truck, with 6 or 8 horses up and come to that Friday, and, they might only get 6 1-pointers, but if they can win one and run a place, and they've got, a 12-point head start going into that Carnival of Cups meeting, they're in a great position to take it out.
Yep, no, definitely. I can't be there on the 3rd, Timmy. I'm very confident I can't be there on that, but if I can wangle things around a little bit, I may be able to get there onto the 10th and I suppose just be a part of it. I want to be a part of it. I want to see how it all goes, and hopefully it's it's a ripping success for you.
Yeah, no, we're really confident that it will be, or hopeful, probably more so than confident. But we have like Stevie Bowen, the DJ, he's back again, and he'll be set up in the middle of the track. And we've actually got a few food vans, like a Mexican van, and a few different sorts of food vans in. And just sort of, we really trying to make our Carnival of Cups night a real carnival night for the kids and for the families. And that really worked at our New Year's Eve meeting. There was probably a lot more families than we've had in the past, and that's something as a committee we've sort of got to try and strike while the iron's hot. Hopefully, even if we can get 20% of the families that came on New Year's Eve to our Carnival of Cups, well, that's probably 20% more than we had there last year.
How many did you get last year to your cup?
With the way that our sponsorship was done last year, it was sponsored by the commercial club, so commercial club members got in for free. So I reckon there would have been around probably the 12 to 1,500 last year. It was still a very good crowd, and it was a great atmosphere, but we're really hopeful that this year will be quite a bit bigger.
No, good luck. All right, mate. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. I will try and get something else done prior to that for you guys. I'll make sure we do promotion next week on the show anyway, at the very, very worst. But we'll definitely try and do something. And if I can get there, unfortunately, it's yelling video time, so I know.
Absolutely.
I know where I will be. But, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. But I know I'm going to be in New South Wales. I'm actually catching up with Darren Reay shortly on the phone. And I think his yearling videos are booked in for the 8th. So I may be able to get back to Albury after that, all going well. So we got quite a few regulars on too, mate. So the Kiwis will be well and truly aware of it. Michael House has been there, and Cam Bray is on there as well. And also Jeffrey Dixon, he's always in there. He loves the track. I love the track. I reckon it's a great track. And we'll try and make our way there and can get it out. Just anyone's wondering, Timmy, before you hang up, Cameron Bray, he's you're a tiger for work, and he called me CC Arden. There's actually been a horse in New Zealand that has been named after me, called CC Arden. So
right.
I was pretty happy with that. I must say, well done to Johnny Stiver.
Nice.
So the CC's are Campbell's comments, and then Arden's his.
Lovely.
So I'm very, very chuffed with that. But Cameron had to jump in and spoil the party. He likes doing those things, Timmy.
Sounds good. Hope it's got more speed than you, mate.
So do I. For anyone that buys it, it's going through the yearling sales. It's actually very, very well bred. It's out of a half, I think, to South Coast Arden by Captain Treacherous. It's got a bit of breeding behind it.
Oh, wow. Sure does.
There's a bit of pressure on the poor bugger.
Oh,
That's for
I
sure.
reckon. Yeah, you're not wrong.
He's gonna need a bit of luck. But anyway, Tim, thank you very much for joining me, mate, and I really appreciate it. I'll catch up with the boys. We'll see what Royce or one of them are doing in the next couple of weeks. We might be able to catch up at a race meeting somewhere and go again, mate. But thanks for joining me.
He'll jump on for sure. No, thanks, Paul. We're very grateful at Albury to be able to have you to help promote us, and thanks for everything you do for us. Thanks, mate.
No, I'm happy, and any club out there that says how do they do it, all you do, mate, is send me the stuff, and I go from there, and we just do it this way. If we can do other stuff going forward, we will. But to promote the clubs and get people to the trots, it's a no-brainer for me, mate.
Absolutely.
We need the industry to start prospering. We need to do it differently, mate. So thank you very much, and well done to you guys there.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
Thanks, Timmy. We had Tim Doherty there on the line, and I'm actually going to throw to an ad, and I'll be back in 2 secs.
Promotional videos pushed out through social media are the best cut-through promotional tool in the digital era. And Campbell's Comments can produce cutting-edge yearling videos for you to reach a wider audience than ever before. Yearling videos can include multiple angles and fly-arounds showing all aspects of the horse. The videos can also capture the yearling in a walk or trot, whether free or in hand, depending on facilities and your preferences. Slow motion footage is also available to further enhance the qualities of the yearling. All videos come with graphic overlay and music provided if desired. Campbell's Comments has the ability to provide a YouTube platform for people to view your videos in addition to Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. With almost 20,000 organic followers across the social media platforms, Campbell's Comments has the reach to make a difference to your promotion. Also available are on-farm interviews promoting your product, including farm drone footage. All videos can be live streamed or pre-recorded. For further inquiries, email admin@campbellscomments.com or phone Paul on 0409 180 113.
Welcome back, and I had to get rid of that one. I couldn't do that there before, but thank you to Timmy and all the crew there at Albury, and I mean that to any of the other clubs out there that want to get involved and want to promote their product. Please get in touch with Campbell's Comments, especially with the cups going forward, and I will go from there, including the guys in New Zealand as well. I enjoy helping the Kiwis out, especially with some of their tracks, and they have some ripping race meetings, and go from there. I think we need help everywhere. And going from there, Woodland Stud, of course, great supporters of mine. They celebrated their 30th years of breeding last year, and I thank everyone for the support. They've had a pretty good week, actually. Sweet Lou, I think he finished the year off with 52 individual winners for the season. Last season, he came out and won the first 2-year-old at Albury in Australia. So we had our first 2-year-old race the other day. Sorry, not at Albury. Try and find it here at the minute, Albion Park. It's I actually forgot its name just all of a sudden, but it will come to me because it was actually just on Tuesday just gone, I think. Nope. Yes, Tuesday just gone, not the other one. Not sure. Oh, because I hit the Monday. I was going to say I'm not sure why it didn't come up, but just trying to come back and find it. Not great when you people are going along here, but we will find the horse very, very quickly. It was Bronski Zulu for Charlie Sini and Shane Graham, and by Sweet Lou out of Bronski Gorgeous, a fake left mare. New South Wales, Queensland bred, 28-2, 32-1, 29-8, and then home in 28-7. Good little race though, 9 metres first to last. There was only the 5 in it in the end, one scratching, and 9 metres first to last, and they all behaved. They all did everything right, and they zipped home pretty strongly actually at the end of it. So good start to the year for Sweet Lou. Down by the seaside, his progeny Pebble Beach was named USTA's 3-year-old of the year last year. So another great rap for Down by the Seaside, who of course is standing at Woodland Stud and is available. I think he's still available. None of those horses have actually gone home yet. So that is a good thing. We need to talk to New South Wales clubs about how they recruit their sponsors. Yes, Nelly, that is exactly right. We need to get onto there. Another 2-year-old on Tuesday. I'll get to that in a minute, Bradley Steele. You're not bad. I'm still on the Woodlands at the minute. I've got to look after my friends at Woodlands because I think this one is a huge one. Better Light, of course, flagship horse for Woodland Stud and has been for a long time. Leading sires by stake money in 4 countries, and that's Australia, New Zealand, USA and Canada last season. What makes that even more remarkable is it's actually the 5th time that he's actually done that. So last 5, well, I think it's the last 5 years, but anyway, 5 years he's been the leading sire in America, Canada, New Zealand and Australia. And I know there's some massive stats about how much prize money his progeny have earned. It outweighs most of the thoroughbred stallions. So he's just an enormous stallion, Better Delight, what he's done and what he has done for the industry. I know some people will turn around and say, oh, well, he's this or he's that. But at the end of the day, he's a terrific horse and has done... he's done an enormous job and he has really changed the breeding scene here in Australia and also in New Zealand.
Woodland Stud takes pride in their involvement in the industry, both on and off the track, supporting harness racing through sponsorship from grassroots to feature racing, giving breeders access to world-class stallions who go on to produce world-class racehorses, selling progeny at sales from some of Australasia's strongest families. Harness racing is our passion and we will continue to strive for greatness. Your success is our success. Share the dream.
Rightio. Got to look after my sponsors. Welcome the racing team to Queensland with two 2-year-olds, a Vincent and a Hurricane King Cole. Goes Dolphin. So I will have a look at those. This is what this show does. It goes anywhere. I've got plenty more we've got to get to in a sec, and we will get to that, but we will go this way, and then we will go to this one. We'll close those other 2 off, and then I have to do this one, which you guys aren't seeing that, so that's fine. Right, let's see how we go here now, since fields aren't up, Brad. Okay, so can't show you those fields. So I'll have to go back, but unfortunately we can't show you those fields just yet, Brad, because they're not on Harness Web as we speak. So I'm not sure how that works, that one. I'd say Brad's right, he knows the fields, they just haven't come up on Harness Web just yet. So no, they are there. They're just not, they didn't come up onto that one. Hang on a sec, we'll go back here. We'll go back here. And we'll do this very, very quickly. We'll go across, get that out of the way for a sec. Just give me a second. There's no refresh button. Don't know why they're not on that, unfortunately. So cannot show those fields, but I can tell you that there is 6 runners, 4 of the ones that went around the other day. And then Aaron Goadsby's got 2 in Ignite the Fire. I would say is the Vincent out of All Fired Up. And La Deloraine by Hurricane King Cole. She's a Sharon. Bruce Dumsney bred that horse. So welcome to those guys. Charlie Seeney's got 3 in it again. And Christina Monti has 1 in it. So I don't think that's all that same field actually, because I don't think that horse went around it. They may have had a couple of... No, has to be. So, yep. So, anyway, that's all good. Jeffrey Dixon would love to know the stats on the stock from Bettor's Delight mares. Rightio. That's homework for me, Jeffrey. I will get onto that one too, because it probably will surprise you, but he does a terrific job. As I said, they're racing at Bendigo tonight. The second race isn't far off being run and won, but I am going to say a big well done to a good mate of mine in Dennis Bice, Yorkshire Standardbreds, and he races and trains horses. This is a ex-Kiwi, so Michael House and Cameron Bray and Timmy White will be across this, but our Mickey Diva by Always Be Mickey out of Divine Diva, bred by William Kennedy. Took out race number 1 tonight at Bendigo in a very, very close finish, beating Good Blue Cannon for Trevor Monk and Rodney Petroff. And congratulations, Trevor Monk, on Bendigo Cup night. I think they were celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary, so congratulations to those guys. Maiden Trot's the next race going around for horses trotters that haven't won a race, and we'll keep a little bit of an eye on that as the runners go around. Would love to show you it. Not allowed to do that. So that's fine. We'll go to there. And as I said, the guys in Queensland have got 2 2-year-olds already up and running. So that is very, very good. Don't know if anyone saw this. This is one of those random ones that I like to sometimes highlight. We get in trouble here with false starts and gear failure and mobiles not moving out of the way. I don't know how many people saw this at Werribee during the week. It was Monday, I think it was. This was a race at Werribee, and he could not get the gates off the track. And you can see there, the horses had to go around the outside. Now, unbelievable that no one got hurt. Like, that's not a big gap. There'll be plenty of people out there says, riding a horse isn't that scary and all the rest. It's not a big gap when you're with a heap of other horses trying to get through a small gap like that. Would have been very, very scary for quite a few of those participants. The riders on there, thankfully, all horses, and that were fine. I believe it wasn't a matter that they didn't turn the tractor on or anything. I believe it stopped, and it was a major effort to get it going. I think they done hook it and put the other tractor on it, which they did not have time for. So anyway, we cop a hard time from our galloping friends quite regularly about our false starts and that. But that was one that was a little bit differently. Actually going to make a phone call. Now, he's been in the car, so hopefully he will answer it. We'll go from there. But just one of the good incentives that these people are trying to do with Nutrien. Darren Reay, firstly, how are you, mate?
Very good, mate. Very good.
That's good. Are you still on the road or?
Yeah, just at one stop, ready to go again.
Oh, yep. So semen drop off or?
No, a collection.
Oh, yep. Okay, very, very good. You never stop, do you?
No, we got to keep going.
How was the breeding scene, mate?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, really good. We had a big season, so yeah, it's good to finish up and go again.
Yeah, it was indeed. Jason Stewart, we'll get to you in a sec, mate. I just want to keep going with Darren while we get there, but I've got something about a trot race not standing up, so we'll get onto that as we go. Breeding season's nearly finished for you now, Darren, but it's still all systems go. Next phase of Medowie Lodge, I suppose, is actually the yearling sales and getting ready for the Nutrien sales. And you're selling at 3 sales, aren't you? Sydney, Brisbane, or Gold Coast, and also Bathurst.
Yes, we're selling at all 3. I like this Brisbane setup. So yeah, that's why we took a couple up there.
And also Bathurst, which their catalogue is actually out now, and I think it's come off print this week as well. So that'll actually be terrific when we can get access to that one.
Yeah, Bathurst is a great sale. We love supporting Bathurst. We've been there ever since the start-up. So I think last year was the only year that we'd never sold there in 30 years, I suppose.
Yep. And it's going to be good, and will ramp up a lot of promotions for that. I did actually see a couple of horses going there yesterday, and anyone thinks it's going to be a leftover sale. There was 2 down by the Seasides and a Rock and Roll Heaven, I think it was, and I can tell you, you'd take any one of them home. Don't know their pedigree. I can honestly say don't know their pedigree because I haven't had a chance to look at the Bathurst ones. But it is not going to be made up of also run stands or anything like that. It's going to be a great sale, and really look forward to that.
Yeah, it's always a great sale. There's some really nice horses come out of the Bathurst sale, and for good, not your high priced horses. They're just nice average horses. They do the job.
And they get that double whammy, a little bit like the Sunshine Stars. They actually get that extra race. There you go through the Bathurst Series. You're eligible for the Nutrien Race Series, but you're also then eligible for the Bathurst Gold Crown. It's a terrific double whammy, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. Rightio, you're trying something different to promote the draft of horses going through. Firstly, how many are you preparing this year?
We've got 15.
15 of your own. And how many going to Sydney?
We got 6 to Sydney. 7 to Sydney and then 2 to Brisbane. and then 5 to Bathurst.
Yep. So that'll work out all right. Although it'll still be busy, you'll be going up and down that highway a bit, mate.
Yeah, we don't touch at home too much. We're home a couple of days and then we're off again.
Yeah, but there's going to be plenty of people involved in that. They're doing the same things, that's for sure. I actually mentioned before about false starts. You should see this race just in at Bendigo, maiden trot, but we won't even go there. We'll just leave that one alone. They're going everywhere, even afterwards. So, Darren, you put a post up the other day, and I've actually got it here ready to go for basically expressions of interest. So you're hoping, by the looks, to run a bus tour, if you like, a little bit like what the Kiwis do over there?
Yeah, we're trying to get a bus tour out of Sydney. We'd probably try and leave Menangle there at, say, 6 o'clock, and then get a pick-up here in the Hunter Valley somewhere at St. Maitland. And then, go around a few of the studs. There's 4 studs that'll be involved, and have a bit of a lunch at James Squire's brewery and have wine tasting and a few beer tastings and have a look at some beautiful yearlings while we're around.
And do it all a little bit differently, have a little bit of fun, and I suppose effectively try and raise the standard, if you like, of the standardbred.
Yeah, and all the 4 places that we're going to go to, they're all genuine sellers, and they've been breeding horses for numerous years, numerous generations, so they know what they're doing, and some great horses that come out of them places.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think thinking outside the square. I know the bus tours are on at the minute in New Zealand. Their sale, I think the down south one's not for a week or two, but they've got a sale coming on very shortly up north. So there's, they clearly work over there. I know Cambrai fields, requests for people wanting to get onto the bus all the time.
Yeah, no, it'd be good, to get people and have a bit of fun. That's all it's probably all about. Just have a bit of fun and enjoy everyone's company and look at yearling.
Yeah, and look at the yearlings and go from there. Darren, you've got 15. Whereabouts actually are you based? I know where you are. I've been there twice and that, but it's better off. I think better you saying where you are.
Yeah, we're probably about 30 minutes north of Newcastle. We're not far from the beat. So that's where we are in the lower Hunter Valley.
Yep. So people want to go there. They just how far out of Sydney?
It's about 2 and a bit hours.
Yep. So if people can't get on the bus and they want to get there, and as you said there before, it's an expression of interest, if you like, the bus trip. And so it may not happen, but we want it to happen. We want to promote it and try and get people to be there. But if not, make sure they give you a call and try and get there to inspect your yearlings.
Yeah, and have a look at all the others too. Like there's the 4 studs that are involved. There's John and Sue Markham, Rainbow Farms, and then we'll come down to Aaron Gadsby's place, Godolphin Racing. He's got some very well-bred yearlings, and then would go down to Karma Standardbreds for Rod and Kristen, and then down to us at Medowie for the last stop.
After the bar, that could be dangerous, mate.
Yeah, it'd be good. Get a kick at the
The Godolphin guys, they've actually been already mentioned tonight. Brad Steele's on the front foot with the Sunshine Stars because they're actually racing a couple of 2-year-olds in Queensland. They're looking to make a bigger presence for their name. Yeah,
Aaron's doing a great job at his place. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Spending some money on it. When he's finished, it'll be a beautiful setup. You couldn't ask for anything better.
No, definitely not. And I think it's exciting. I think it's terrific. And I love this part. Like, so Brad Steele's sitting there at home. Lot 313, a Stay Hungry colt at the Sunshine Stars. Appreciate your support for the Queensland sale, Darren. So he's already onto it. But you said you were bringing a couple up?
Yeah, I've got there's another Stay Hungry filly,
yep.
Ballerina Koru. She raced up there. That's why we're taking her up there. And the other Stay Hungry colt of ours, I really like the colt. I think he's a cracker.
No, good as gold. I'll be there at your place roughly around the 8th, I think, of February to do some yearling videos, but we'll also do some promotion around that as well, mate, and get it out there as well.
Yep.
A little bit differently. Jeff Dixon's, no, that's Charlie Seeney. So you're just saying Charlie Seeney's father, Lou, was one of the country's top trainers, especially young horses in New South Wales. And pulled off many a huge plunge back in the 70s and 80s. So Jeffrey might be talking through his pocket, mate.
Must be.
It's quite ironic, Darren, just a little bit of a twist in the tail for that. Michael Stanley's horse, Mari Muscle, just won his first race start. I know they purchased him 2 years ago, I think it was. Broke through for his first win at Bendigo. Of course, Mike Stanley, Mick's not driving because he fractured those 3 vertebrae, but Anthony Butt got the job done for him. So a little bit I'm sure that puts a bit of a smile on Mick's face.
Yeah.
Make a little bit of a difference. It's a bit of a good story. Darren, thank you. I'll keep pumping it out too, and we'll make sure people are aware of it. But yeah, if you're in the New South Wales or Maitland area and you want to get on a bus tour, contact the guys. How do they get in touch with you? There's no phone number on this little ad that I found.
Yeah, it should be. On
I pinched
0429.
it off Facebook. Sorry, mate.
Okay, yep. Yeah, just give us a call or Facebook message me or anyway. My phone's always on, so yeah.
Yep, very
just
good.
get in contact with us.
I didn't see that. I just looked there then, and I'm like, I may have chopped it a bit short, and I can't do nothing about that now, mate. I'm sorry about that, but that's fine. So,
Very good.
yep.
We won't hang you for that.
Nathan Rice, scene lot 313. It's nice. He's got the little little hand gesture. So Nathan Rice is impressed with lot 313, mate. So that Stay Hungry Colt's getting a good run so far tonight.
Yeah.
I spoke about it last year, Emma. The sales, you always want to have the sale top. Everyone wants to have the sale topper and all the rest. But the Sweet Lou Colt you guys sent through last year exceeded your expectations, and just the emotion afterwards. There's something about selling horses. It's not about making money sometimes, is it? It's actually about enjoying the ride.
Oh, absolutely. It's just all your hard work that comes to the end, and that's probably what it is. Yeah.
It was terrific scenes of Emma. She couldn't stand up in the end, I don't think. So you weren't much better, but you managed to stay out of the limelight, which you do that pretty good.
Yeah, I do.
You do it indeed. All right, mate. Thank you very much for joining me, Darren, and good luck. And as I said, get in touch with Darren Reay through Facebook, or get in touch with any of the clubs, Maitland and Newcastle. They'll send you in the right direction as well. There's no worries there. Is it Sharon Murphy? I'll get into trouble if I get that. She'll steer you in the right direction, or even Menangle Harness Racing Club. They'll be able to point you in the right direction. Brad Steele. Any of us guys, contact me if you want Darren's number, so we'll get the message out there, mate. Thank you, Darren, and all the best. And as I said, we'll see you early February, mate.
Right, I'll catch you then.
So have Darren Reay, who's doing a great job, and just thinking outside the square. And we've got to be able to do these things. And Albury, these guys, definitely trying different stuff, and as are the guys in New South Wales, Queens, and New South Wales as well. And that was one of the things there. Just trying to find where Nellie Melba's comment went. We need to talk to New South Wales clubs about recruiting their sponsors. I don't think we need to recruit their sponsors, Nellie. We need to get our own, but probably follow that same path, and probably need a few people getting proactive going on that as well. Now, there was one comment, just there it is. Touchdown by Jason Stewart. Sorry about that, jumping all over the show. Bit disappointing about the big trot race on Saturday night at Shepparton. Couldn't get enough runners to go ahead. It is, I think you'll find that for the Murray Mile, a lot of those horses won't back up after they knew they were going to have a tough mile race. And then the week after, we have the Cochrane Cup at Ballarat. So, yes, totally agree with you. Very disappointing, but anyway, it is what it is. Once upon a time, I think they used to have the George Gaff on the same night, and they've moved that to another night. A lot of the clubs down here, it'd be interesting to see. Albury have got their Trotters Cup on the same night. I don't know what they do in New South Wales, but the Bendigo Trotters Cup was not on the same night. Ballarat is not on there either, and so there's a few others. Joe Pace is on. Joe Pace is selling 2 horses in the Nutrien sale as well here in Melbourne. Don't forget the Melbourne sale starts on the 1st of April and concludes on the 3rd, but he has actually got 2 horses going through, and I'll throw him under the bus. He can throw their 2 lot numbers in, and make sure you check those ones out. We'll actually do some Nutrien stuff. We've been getting around to a few of the farms the last few days at the Goulburn Valley. The week before we were in Queensland. Next week we're going to be in Outback New South Wales. I'm not going to say where we're going exactly because I'll get into trouble from Bardo if I get the wrong ones, but we'll be definitely gating around some of those farms. Bathurst sale is on the 19th of March. Now, I do know that the catalogue is out, so the online catalogue is out there and it is ready to go. So make sure you go and check it out. Go to nutrienequine.com.au, follow this to the standardbred section, and you'll be able to find it from there. So that's nutrienequine.com.au. Go to the standardbred section and then follow the links to the Bathurst sale as well. And then all of the sales are up on the screen here now. So this is what the month of March is going to look like. So 3rd of March, it all starts with a sale parade at the Warwick Farm Complex, which will commence at 5 o'clock. So it's going to be a nighttime one. All day Saturday's inspection day. Anyone wondering why that is? Because it's Miracle Mile Day. So we won't get many people to a online farm parade if the Miracle Mile's on. So we're not going to try and compete them. And then the sale starts Sunday, the 5th of March at 11 a.m. So that will be the first sale for the Nutrien in 2023 standardbred section. Sunshine Stars Magic Millions in conjunction with Nutrien will be hosting their first yearling parade, a yearling sale, and actually, well, effectively a yearling parade as well. The yearling parade will be at 4 o'clock on Saturday, the 11th of March, outside in the back arena. So it's going to be really, really nice with the trees. And then the sale will be on the 12th of March, starting at 11 o'clock as well. So there's 130 lots to go through. So make sure you're ready for those. And then Melbourne, at the William Inglis Sales Complex, parade starts 12 o'clock. There's 330 lots to get through, I think, and so it's going to be very, very busy. And yeah, so that parade starts then. So sale day one starts at 11 a.m. and we'll go right through to lot number 545. So lot number 545 will be the completion of the sale date on the Sunday. And then from Monday, we go to start at 555. That's why I can remember it, which is actually a Jillaby Kung Fu. I should have had it ready. I do have it ready, actually. Jillaby Kung Fu at a cold outside. So Blanche Poole and Dean Poole are actually offering that brown cold up, or who I did see the other day. He is well worth an inspection. So Dean and Blanche unfortunately drew the short straw of being first cab off the rank on Monday. But yeah, so go through to 554 and then on the Monday we start off at 555. So Joe Pacer's got 2 in there. Monty Burnett is preparing both of those. 516 will be on the Sunday and 600 will be on the Monday. So he'll be there for the 2 days. We probably need to try and Brad Steele, we probably need to try and make sure Joe knows his way to Brisbane. He doesn't mind buying the odd horse, so we might be able to get him up to the Magic Millions complex and have a good look around while he's up there. And we never know, he might put his hands in the pockets there. So we will definitely try and get that. I'm just trying to kill a bit of time while I try and find lot number 600, which is, can't be lot number 600 because it's not. It's lot 660. That was a bet as a light for Durham Park. Of course, make sure you do your inspections there at Durham Park as well. Very, very late in the sale is the betting line out of My Sophisticated Lady for Joe Pace. As I said, prepared by Monty Burnett. So that's lot number 660. So very late. Quite a lot of intrigue. A couple of nice trotters too. There'll be plenty of people hanging around for the last couple of horses, that's for sure. Don't forget also the charity horses. I've actually got it up there for Pancare. So they are horses going through the sales. Lot number 75 in Sydney and lot number 673A. So 75 and 673A. I will get a tile up for next week's show for these. All money sold and raised, these horses will go to Pancare. Kath McIntosh is the driving force behind it, but it's Harness Spirit is what they'll be sold under. And we expect people to get there and get involved in these two. One is out of Hold That Dream by Soho by Tribeca, and the other one is 1 Minute to Dream, also by Soho Tribeca. So please, we encourage people to get there, get in there and have a look at those horses and know what you're doing is all money goes to Pancare this year. But Harness the Spirit, get on the Campbell's comments, have a look at the interview with Kath McIntosh. I might even reshare it again very shortly out there. It's a terrific cause and it is for a very, very good reason. Lots of social attaches to Sunshine Stars. Friday afternoon at the iconic Gold Coast Surf Club. Saturday at the Gold Coast Races. Then we've got the Wheeling Parade, followed by a barbecue. And then, as you said, game on. I like that, Brad. Game on. Get your hands ready and get your arms ready and get ready to bid. Reese Moore, hello to you. We need to get you guys, the guys in Mildura, we need to get those guys some catalogues as well. Been contacted by the VHRC. Stay tuned to the VHRC coming up very, very shortly. There's going to be some new exciting announcements happening. They're changing quite a few things, so stay tuned for that. The next week or two, I'll be able to put out a little bit more. Sometimes it's hard being Switzerland, you know some things, or Vegas, whichever way you want to see it. But yeah, the VHRC, keep a little bit of an eye on that. I actually, Brad Steele, you're going to tell me off because I actually would have forgot this one, but luckily I didn't. Tusa Floats. Anyone that goes through the Nutrient sales, now I don't care where you are, you can buy these horses at Sydney, Magic Millions, Gold Coast, Brisbane. I don't know which one we call it Brisbane because it's the Brisbane sale. That's what it's sold as. The Brisbane sale, Bathurst sale, and Melbourne sale. Any of those sales, purchase your horse, sustain it for the race series, and pay for it in full by the end of the terms and conditions, which I think is about 26 days or something like that. But anyway, that will be written down on the T's and C's. Make sure you get it. A brand new Tusa 2-horse angle float, racing or breeding model, valued at $25,000, kindly donated by Matt Tusa and the crew there. So that is terrific. So all you have to do is sustain your horse, pay for your horse, sustain it, and away you go. So it is a terrific incentive, terrific for people to get involved in too. So make sure you're aware of that. 1 ticket per horse. So if a syndicate buys a horse, that syndicate gets the ticket. That ticket gets drawn out. The syndicate get it. They can sort it out after that. But if Brad Steele buys 1 horse, Reese Moore buys 1 horse, he gets one. They get 1 ticket into the raffle. If they buy 3 or 4, they get 3 or 4 tickets. So it's that simple. So you don't get 1 per person. You get 1 per horse that has been sustained and paid up for at the time of close. And I don't have that one with me, but we will definitely get that. And we've got to say huge thank you to Tusa, Australian made, Australian owned since 1964. Matt Tusa loves his trotters, so well done to him as well. So terrific prizes. And as Brad says there, and he's about the socials, plenty going on. There is going to be heaps going on. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of excitement coming on to Nutrient, and that's what it is. It's all a little bit of fun going on there. Ever want to keep in touch with any of the videos, easiest way to find them is actually at campbellscomments.com.au. Rightio, the guys at NZB, their standardbred sale is on the 19th of March at Karaka. Then go to Christchurch, and it goes from the 20th to the 22nd. I'm going to be there, and I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun indeed. I did say there before that there was a horse named after me, and there is. I'm going to actually find out which one he is, but he is a Captain Treacherous. Well, he's named after the Campbell's Comments, and I must say a huge thank you. I hope he keeps his name because you can change them once you purchase them. So I do hope he keeps it, and I hope he can run very fast for Connections because I think he was lot number 212. Just trying to find him, but John Stuyven and the guys from Southern Red actually will be doing quite a few things with Campbell's Comments going forward as well. But yeah, CC Arden is out of the Pan Pacific Flight Mare in Arden's Choice. Damn, a one-fold race in Final Choice, and she is a half to Arden's Choice is closely related. She's not a half to South Coast Arden, but she's a half to the mother of South Coast Arden. So beautifully bred by Captain Treacherous Bay Colt. So make sure you check him out, 212. But anyone there that likes different ones, and I'm going to try and find as many as I can to highlight. Trotting sale in New Zealand, in the New Zealand catalogue, lot numbers 188 and 140. They're by What the Hill. The mother of What the Hill and Majestic Sun are full brother and sister. So these horses are by What the Hill. Probably need to have it up. Would be a lot easier to show people how it intrigues me. Out of Majestic Sun horses, mares. So yeah, there's very, very closely bred. It's been done twice. I are going to get if I get across there, when I get across there to New Zealand in Christchurch, I'll catch up with the guys from Ripple Creek and just have a chat about it. But and go from there. So Facebook take things a little bit sensitively, and they jump on things. I noticed before that what's his name? I might be able to fix this one up here if I can. Yep, we did too. Said had a swear word in it. Michael House had a swear word in it, so Facebook shut it down. I think they've taken the butt. So when Joe Pace put that one there, but yeah, Anthony Butt now is the new president of the trainers and drivers. They want all trainers and drivers to sign up and become members. We want people to become members. We want to get these industries strong. All these industries work together. I think it would be absolutely terrific. So there is plenty going on there as well. Couple other things to do, but please don't be scared to get involved with anything. I'm just trying to find it. It's got to be on here. Oh, there it is right there. Kath McIntosh and her breeding incentives there before too. So if you breed to any of these horses in Pastor Stephen, Raging Bull, Yankee Rockstar, Poster Boy and Lather Up, you will, if you can win the Sire Stakes or the Super Series, the Vicbred Super Series in the year 2026, $100,000 bonus for nothing. And I know that Joe Pace was keen on Raging Bull. I'd love to know, Joe, if you actually bred to him, but yeah, that'll be fine. Katie Perry, very, very cheeky that one, Katie. Don't forget I've got the microphone. I want some of those sweets that you were advertising last night. So this show gets everywhere. Katie Perry is from Wales, hence the reason she says good morning. We've got, what's her name was on at the start of the show? I forgot his name all of a sudden, which is terrible. Always logs on at the start of the show. So he is from England, although he's in Australia at the minute. I've got to try and catch up with him. Righto, Alex Early's throw one in here. Do a fantasy meeting of Zenith Stride over Sleepy. I really want to see that one. They're not that easy for me to do while I'm doing these things, to bring them into the show. I might be able to do it. I'll see how I go. There's a trotter that could have been named after Jeffrey Dixon and called Dicko Dixon, but like him, very, very inconsistent. At least people are having fun, so that is the whole crux of it. This could take a while. This might not be good TV if I try to do this. Very excited. Four Lilies, so there you are. So Pastor Stevens. So Four Lilies has gone to Pastor Stevens. If it can win the Vicbred for the 2-year-old trotters in the year 2026, $100,000 will jump in. Nelly, I would love to see that for you and everyone involved. So that is terrific. He's a beautiful horse, Pastor Stephen. He's a fool to Father Patrick. So, yep, it would be a really, really cool thing. Trying to drive this thing, and this is not going to work, I can tell. It's going to not work very nice at all. But we will try it just for the minute. Fantasy meetings. So we're getting there. I've then got to try and get it to come up onto the other stream, which we'll worry about that in a minute. And then the mare is Sleepy, who is absolutely flying, I must say. Sleepy, her last couple of runs have been terrific. Oh, what have I done there? Okay. Double B. Can't spell at the best of times, so. And so now what do? I don't know what I do after this. Don't know what I did just then. Something didn't work. Okay. That's not that bad, I don't think. Right, let's see if I can get that into the show. How do I get it into the show? That is the trick. So if this button doesn't work, I can't show this. Okay, right, give me a sec. It did work, just give me a sec. Every now and then this thing goes to sleep. So let's now see, because it actually half worked. and it might take a sec. Just bear with me. No, it doesn't want to play the game. Not sure why that is. Sorry, I did try, but it should work. Frustrating. Anyway, Zenith Strides by Muscle Hill, DeJambro. I think it costs us off with just about every pedigree is what she is actually after. But these are the ones that I just showed you. Jambo, who is a full brother to the dam of Zenith Stride. Oh, I'll go back. Jambro is by credit winner to Arbro. Oh, it is too. So that's that same cross. That is those two lots, lot 140 and 188. Alex, go and have a look at those. It's the same, is the exact same way, the dam and then the sire. So, yep, that's that similar cross. Evening, Paul from Phil Craig. Some good racing in the West in the next couple of weeks. When are we going to see you over there again? My wife wants to see me at home every now and then, Phil. We've had a few people inquiring into getting across there, and we will try. We'll definitely try. There's no worries there at all. I'm not sure when that will, Phil, but I appreciate appreciate your feedback. We could actually have a quick look. Can I do that? Rightio. I don't know what else I've got. Just let me see. I'll make sure I covered off on all those. Everyone saw the horse going for a swim and the Magic Millions very, very quickly before I get onto that other screen and we start looking at some of these other fields under the rest. The Albury Park Murray Mile, what a terrific race it was the other night, taken out by Aldebaran Zeus, but Sleepy and Hopeful Beauty were amazing, and also I'm Ready Jet. Those three mares are flying. Classy Colt that's got gate speed. He was just incredible to watch and get off the arm. And then Jason Grimson and his Juggernaut just continues to roll on, and just lost his name. I was going to call him Majestic Cruiser. Anyway, he is low flying. I forgot his name. That's no good at all. Major Meister. Yeah, Major Meister. And Sicario running first and second. And as I said to you there before, unfortunately for Michael Stanley, he cracked 3 vertebrae, but I'm sure tonight's results helped a little bit, although he probably is still in pain. But to get that trotter across the line, that's bred by, beautifully bred trotter he is too. Oh yeah, that's what I was after. The Benny up, yeah, Major Meister beating Sicario and Max Delight. Max Delight was another good little run too, actually, for a cheeky horse going somewhere. But he actually, that trotter is bred by the Pangrazios. Yes, Michael and Neville, I think that one is. So it's a beautifully bred horse, and there is one out of that family in the catalogue. So there'll be another update for Alan Parker. Alan Parker actually gave me one. So here's one, Phil at Crack, and a few of you other guys there. And I am going to do a little bit more homework on this. But this horse here, yeah, Caterpillar Rescue. Now, there's a curious little thing with this horse here, trained by Shane Sanderson. Joe Pace, thank you. You reminded me, so I will get onto that. But Caterpillar Rescue. So Caterpillar was a jail in the West, and half a dozen people escaped out of it. So people say, oh yeah, well, may or may not be out of it. The people who escaped were the Hogans, and in this horse's name is a Hogan. The Lowrys, Wilsons, and then the Hogans. So I'm going to chase that one up, but there's one for you guys from Western Australia that did come up on the other day from Alan Parker that he wants me to do a bit of homework on. So there might be a little bit of a backstory to that horse there by American Ideal at a Soho Siren. So, and it must say, actually, Ryan Sanderson, been on the show before, congratulations. He won the first, no, he didn't win the first 3. He shared it anyway. He won the first, he won the second and third, and ran second in the first, getting beat by his sister. So Abby won the first 2. Dangerous by Sweet Lou, Harshal Investments. Yeah, Ark Munro. There is one in, I reckon, in Queensland. Anyway, there's something out of Ark Munro as well in the nutrient sale. They're everywhere. If I get them wrong in the wrong spots. Berries and Cherries, one again. Don't care rock and roll gig for Dave Moran, who also took out the cup, pacing cup, with Curly James by Rock and Roll Dance, who does a terrific job out of Someone to Love, bred by Lauriston Park, and owned by, I think that's Courtney Laker, who actually works for him, so I'm sure Courts is pretty happy about that, the Jim Phillips. But Joe Pace says there, what about the call? Of course, Daniel Hibbard, On Loose Line's very own Daniel Hibbard, called that race, and yeah, he should be called more trot races, but we won't go there. We will leave that one well alone, Joe. But yeah, well done to him, and well done to the club. They did a terrific job. Don't forget with Albury, before I go on to some of these other meetings, and we'll have a look at some of these race meetings coming up, we might have a look at the Perth ones and that going forward. $2,000 bonus for the leading trainer, Friday the 3rd and Friday the 10th of February for their Cup of Carnivals. Friday there is heats, $10,000 races, all of them are $10,000. Just make sure a few Victorians will be cringing at that. There is 2 finals, so they're going to be $12,000. So on the final night, which is their Pacing Cup night, you've got a $20,000 Pacing Cup. You have got a $12,000 final, 2 $12,000 finals, 12.5 actually, $15,000 3-year-old, and also a $15,000 or $14,500 Trotters Cup. You got 4 other $10,000 races, plus they are going to have consolations, which could also be $10,000 consolations. So they're looking to have 12 races out of that, and go from there. That's the Great Southern Star Finals. I've missed something there, Mel, but the Southern Star is coming up. Or is she saying that's the finals? Oh, I know what she's saying. 3rd of February is the Southern Star Finals. Oh, okay. So Albury is on the 3rd of February. I won't be there for that. I won't be there for the Southern Star. Not happy with that, Mel, now that I've worked that one out. I might have to... That ain't great. But anyway, one of the great nights of trotting anyway on Friday the 3rd of February, and it's going to be a terrific field. And then also expressions of interest from Darren Reay. Don't forget those for the bus trip around Maitland. They'll be going to, where are we going to? James Squire's, and he tells me it's one of the great places, so the actual official James Squire brewery as well. So I might have to have a look at my calendar after that. Mel's upset me, I forgot about that. Hunter Cup and all that is on that weekend. But anyway, we have to get out and promote. There is so many other things we need to promote in this industry, and get all of that out there. So quickly might go and have a quick look at the fields. Just have a look. Let's see. I'm not sure. Where's Gloucester Park? No, Gloucester. Oh, because they race on a Friday. So there we are. Let's see what's going on at Gloucester Park in the. Didn't want that to happen. In the next few days, they race for 20,000, 21,000 Memorial Pace. There'll be 21,000. I reckon Phil will be onto it somewhere along the lines. Miracle Moose, Nathan Turvey, Retrovision Pace. Doing all this off a whim because I haven't had a look at any of these fields here at all. Quickly going through these very, very quickly. Manning, Better Stream, Strawny, 20,000. So I think the races that Phil's talking about are still to come because they all look to be $26,000 fillies and mares. And then the rest of the races will be, $300,000 Fremantle Cup. Sorry, went straight past it. Lavra Joe, Diego, Mighty Ronaldo, Petuna Stride, Wild West, himself, Magnificent Storm, Woodlands Bred, Jumping Jack Mac for Gary Hall with an NZ behind him, Hampton Banner, another one for Debbie Lewis with an NZ next to him, Voltin, Minstrel, Prince of Pleasure gets a run, and Vampiro now becomes the first emergency. So that's the $300,000 Fremantle Cup, which will be run on Friday night. So yeah, there is some very, very good racing starting to come up over in the west. That is for sure. And I just get off that because I get clunky and it annoys me a little bit. Now I can't even find what I'm after here. Got my cat up here. The cat's come up to say hello. That's the one I want, and that's the one in there that I want. Let's have a look at Shepparton on the Saturday night. We should be able to find Shepparton on the Saturday night here, and it is a good meeting. Unfortunately, no trot race there at all. We have belittled in the first. Hopefully, he'll get a little bit more luck than he got the other night. That's a $10,000 race. $20,000 4-year-old and older mares has only got 6 horses in that. A little bit of everything there. Orby, Greg Fleming. I tell you, he's having a great run. Greg is at the minute. Becca Bartley and Simon O'Donnell, Stephen O'Donoghue have got 2 runners in it. The Shepparton Trot, $20,000, 67 to 79 runners, got a good field. Central Otago was terrific the other day. Elder Barandino is looking to chalk up another win. He's going very, very good, as is Moreton Bay, Naked Ambition and the likes. Which race is that? That's just another $10,000 race. Barristock Pace, thank you. There's a great sponsorship of Campbell's Comments. They've been terrific there. Greg Fleming's got a couple of nice draws, although that one's First Emergency. Hunter Rural, great supporters of Shepparton and have been for a long time. District Attorney goes in there. That's a $20,000 race there for those. The Shepparton Gold Cup's got a great field. Art Tudor 1, I Cast No Shadow 2, Bernie Winkle 3, Cranbourne in 4, Cosimo 5, Serge Blanco 6, Sicario 7, almost won the Bendigo Cup. Max Delight 3rd in the Bendigo Cup. Rick Riley, Interest Free, and Majestic Cruiser, of course, who ran 2nd in the race. It was great to hear that, what's his name, is going to be going across to the race. Rock and Roll Do has already accepted his invitation to the race in New Zealand. So going to be a lot of fun going across there. That's about all I have. I don't have a lot else going on in there. I know people probably saw the horse swim. We want people to be aware of the yearling sales coming up as well. Rasta Trotters, of course, great supporters of Campbell's Comments. And they also have all of their stallions that are standing here in Australia still available for collection, which is Classic Connection, Used to Me, and On a Streak, as is their Frozen Semen. But those guys there standing over here are all available. So Used to Me here in the Golden Valley, and then Classic Connection and On a Streak standing in conjunction with Cobbity Farm, and they have their $75,000 2-year-old race series on in the year 26. So $75,000 for the Colts, $75,000 for the fillies. All you have to do is breed to any of the horses on the roster at Harasta Trotters. That final will be run at Menangle, and I'm sure they'll be looking to run a very, very fast time. An emerging special horse, Sure Thing Captain, racing again next Tuesday, bred by Lyriston. Must see, and I can't do it because that doesn't have it. For some reason, that computer, the computer that's got it, does not have the fields for Albion Park on the Tuesday. Is this the horse that is owned and trained by Shannon Price? I think it will be, and if it is, it's going to be targeting many more races. Yeah, well, it will be because it's Sure Thing Captain, so it'll be, there is Sure Thing Captain Shannon Price. Now, Shannon spoke to me the other day, and they are intending to target some very big races in New South Wales as well. I did notice last week the tax collector, he won there. The beauty of these bonuses they have in Queensland, and they are terrific bonuses, but because he'd already won his $14,000, the tax collector, he then picked up his $7,000 second win bonus for winning the other day on the Tuesday, and then that pretty much pays for his trip to New South Wales, where he is actually also New South Wales breeders eligible. So he will go there and campaign for a while, and I'm sure Sure Thing Captain will be as well. They really like the horse. So, and as Brad said there, he didn't say he's out. This horse was Musical Delight. So this horse was sold through the nutrient sales. It was actually, so a little side note to this horse, didn't end up being that, but because it was over the 2 days, that horse there, Sure Thing Captain, was the dearest priced horse at the close of the Friday night, I reckon they sold on the first time, or the Saturday night, whatever night they sold. At the close of that, Sure Thing Captain was the highest price horse. Didn't end up being it. On I went to can't think of the name. Make Mine Cullen. No, not Make Mine Cullen. But anyway, it was bred by Ben Stud. It was a mare that we had here. Raced by Purdens, and then also Karen Manning. And yeah, that was the sale topper anyway. So I just cannot think of his name. I can actually almost tell you his race name's a soccer player. But anyway, useless. I digress, which is what I do. I do that a little bit. Thanks for joining me. Plenty of other stuff going on. If anyone ever wants to ring me while I'm online, live, or any of those, don't be scared to give me a call, and that we can get more promotion out there. As I said, the clubs, get behind these clubs, what they are actually doing. Shepparton Cup on Friday night, Ballarat Cup next Saturday night, Hunter Cup the week after that, and also the Great Southern Star, which is on Friday the 3rd of February. Brad Steele, I reckon I'm going to be in Queensland. So you might have to entertain me for that night. I won't be happy. Mel knows how happy I'll be missing out on me trotters, but that'll be good. All right, a little bit of a wrap from Campbell's comments. As I said, I try to do different things. Next week, there's every chance I will be in the Riverina, possibly coming live from Wagga or somewhere like that. Again, I will catch up with Greg Gangle and the likes, but myself and Mark Barton will be getting around to quite a few more studs. So stay tuned to both Campbell's comments and the Nutrient Standardbred sales, Nutrient Equine Standardbred Facebook page, but there's also a sales page as well. Anyone out there with your promotions, make sure you tag everyone into it when you put your photos and your videos up, because there's going to be plenty of content going out. There's 600 lots to go through, plus. So make sure you tag Nutrient Equine into that, and all the other people as well. Woodlands, if it's a Woodlands horse. Alabar, if it's an Alabar horse, they just share them and go from there. So going to be a lot of fun. If it's a Queensland Sunshine Stars one, they have a tag as well. So tag the Sunshine Stars into it, and Brad and those guys will get it out there. We need to get the message out there. We want to get new people into the game. So the more feeds it gets across, the easier it is as well. So thank you for everyone that has joined me, put some comments through, and that really do appreciate it. Well done to everyone that's had a good win last week. Hopefully everyone will have some more this week. And the last race actually on next Tuesday is the Sunshine Stars yearling sales pace there. Just something different. I can throw out a one every now and then. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to seeing you next Wednesday night. I will be back, and I reckon I'll be in the Riverina with Greg Gangle, but that will be confirmed. But thank you very much for joining me.